Hey guys, and welcome to another video here on our channel, The Guide. I'm Benjamin, also known as Taz, and today we have another tutorial for FIFA 21 already. And obviously it's about a brand new feature in the game, creative runs. Thanks to EA and also the Game Changer Network for already giving us the opportunity to play an early build of FIFA 21. Just a reminder, this is still in development and therefore the final version of FIFA 21 may differ. So, creative runs gives you complete new ways how you can instruct your teammates what they should do on the pitch. Should they go for the diagonal run into the box, or should they fall back to be available for a pass? There are three different techniques to it: directed runs, directed pass and go, and player lock. And in this video we will cover the basics around it, and this means the instructions, what kind of buttons do you have to press to use these techniques. And then I will also show some examples, give you some ideas how to use it to your advantage to create some amazing attacks. But before we go into detail, I want to remind you of our individual coaching offers. If you're interested in getting better in FIFA in one of the most efficient ways, the private one-to-one coaching sessions with our pro, top 100 and elite coaches might be the right thing for you. The first coaching sessions for FIFA 21 are going to start in mid-October, and you can already pre-order now. Especially in the beginning of a new FIFA, this can help you to improve your skill, to climb the ranks and secure the biggest rewards in Ultimate Team right from the start. There are 4 different tiers to ensure that the coaching is tailored to your specific needs. Get more information on our coaching website, the link is in the video description. And now let's start with creative runs. With a brand new feature, Creative Runs, you can have a direct impact on the runs of your teammates. But before we start how to utilize this feature, we provide you with a neat trick that will help you a lot to learn to use this new mechanic in the beginning. Per default, you don't see whether you manage to instruct a directed run to your teammate with a new feature. But the FIFA trainer allows you to have a visualization of the directed runs on the pitch. For this, go into the FIFA trainer options, for example during a match. Change the status to show and then switch the mode to mechanics. In the bottom, now you can set the directed runs indicator to on. If you're not interested in a visualization of any other mechanics, you can set these to off. With these settings, you will only have a visualization of the directed runs in the form of turquoise arrows when you use the directed runs. This will help you a lot because it does give you confirmation that you triggered a directed run, but also specifically in what kind of direction. That is a good way to get accustomed to this new feature. But be aware, the FIFA trainer is only available in certain game modes, like kickoff, and won't be visible in online matches, for example in Division Rivals or Weekend League. In the previous years, you already had the possibility to trigger runs of your teammates who don't possess the ball, but this was very limited. You would aim with the left stick to the teammate that you want to initiate a run and then press L1 or LB to trigger an attacking run. This is limited to a straight line towards the opponent's goal. You could also call for support by using R1 or RB instead, which instructed your teammate to approach you and get closer to you. These mechanics still work in FIFA 21 as you have seen in these examples, but directed runs add a complete new layer to it. So here is how it works. The same as before, you aim with the left stick to a teammate and press either L1 or R1 / LB or RB respectively. Right after, you flick the right stick in the direction that you want the run of your teammate to happen. You can instruct your teammate to run towards the opponent's goal, but also upwards or downwards. Also back to your own goal line. You determine the direction with your right stick, and it can be in 360 degrees. It is possible to instruct up to 5 teammates with a directed run, but good luck trying to manage the runs of 5 teammates at once. You can also override the directed run, meaning you can specify another direction by just flicking the right stick in another direction while you aim towards the same player. In the beginning, we explained the default and more basic ways to trigger runs, so without using the right stick. For these, L1 / LB is associated with a run forward, so attacking, and R1 / RB closer to you, so more defensive. With directed runs, this is not the case anymore. You can use the left bumper to call a teammate close, but you could also use the right bumper to initiate an attacking run. So there is no difference for the run between the left or right bumper. Which button you use for directed runs is up to your personal preference. For example, directed runs can be used to instruct a more diagonal run of your striker or winger, when you see some space in the opponent's defensive line. While for the basic run, your player would just keep running forwards in a straight line, now you can instruct him to make a run which is harder to cover and goes into the open space to get him in a better position to score a goal. The pass and go is a staple in football and was also available in the previous FIFA versions. For this, you would have to hold the L1 or LB button while doing a normal ground pass. After playing the pass, the player would then start a run towards the opponent's goal. As you can imagine, the new directed pass and go gives you more freedom to instruct a specific run. Instead of pressing the L1 or LB button, you just have to flick the right stick after playing the pass. Once again, you can do this in 360 degrees and therefore this gives you complete freedom. You can also do this after playing a through pass or a lob pass. So basically, you just play any form of a pass, and when you want a certain run by the player who played the pass, flick the right stick in the direction that the player should run to. That's it. You can also still use the old mechanic for the normal pass and go, which we explained before, but you don't have to use the L1/LB button when you want to do a directed pass and go. The new feature offers you complete new ways to create an attack from the wing. For example, you can use it to initiate a run from the winger to the inside while you hold the ball in the center and then find the right moment to pass it back to the winger. In general, the possibility to cross with two attackers can be very powerful, since you can create a 2 versus 1 situation for the defender. Player Lock brings back a feature which was a part of FIFA over a decade ago, and is a very unique way to create chances in FIFA 21. You can control a player off the ball. To do this, you press in the left and right stick. Now you can see how the indicator above your player is going to change. This means player lock is activated. When you now play the ball to a teammate, your control won't switch to the next player, but stay at this player which you keep controlling. You can position this player or run into open space, but you only have limited influence on the player on the ball, which is now AI controlled. His dribbling and direction is very restricted, so don't get your hopes too high, he won't dribble past all defenders. While you're in this mode, you have several ways to continue. You can either request a pass by your teammate. This can be a ground pass, but also a through or lob pass. Press the according button and your teammate will try to pass the ball to you. But while being in player lock, you can also switch to a different player that you control. For this, you have to flick the right stick in the direction of the player that you want to switch to. So this is the same as directed player switches when you're defending. If you don't feel comfortable anymore with controlling a player off the ball, since you don't see a good way out with a pass, you can get out of the player lock by pressing in both sticks once again. Now you get control back over the player in ball possession. The applications of player lock are quite similar to directed pass and go, but with the advantage that you can create your own run not only in a specific direction, but actually changing it on the fly. But on the other hand, you can easily get in trouble when you can't control the player on the ball. He might be facing in a direction that he cannot really play a good pass to you. Then you would have to switch to the receiving player with the right stick or cancel the player lock as already explained. The new features around creative runs offer complete new ways to manage your teammates and create your attack, but in the beginning it can be quite harsh to get used to the instructions. Especially the flicks with the right stick can be tricky, as this input overlaps with skill moves, flick ups or knock-ons. So managing the timing as well the correct input is definitely something to practice and getting used to. Another aspect is to find the right balance between giving your AI players the freedom to do their runs and positioning on their own and providing specific instructions. Using the creative run features all the time would probably end in an overkill, as sometimes it's also good when your teammates just stay in a position. Not everybody can do runs all the time. We will see how the usage of this feature is going to develop. It can become an essential part or be the nuance which differentiates the good player from being an elite player, but maybe it won't be necessary as much. As soon as we have more insights and understanding, we will provide you with more specific tutorials and guidance how to get the most out of creative runs. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and also activate notifications to not miss these videos or any other ones, which will help you to keep the edge over the competition. Another good way to ensure this is to get individual coaching, which we offer with Pro, Top 100 and Elite coaches. Get all the information you need on our website. The link is in the video description. If this video was helpful for you, please consider giving it a like and also share it with your friends, as this helps us a lot to grow this channel and keep the content going. Thanks for your attention, keep a clean sheet, I'm out.